That's a hard one. um, Oh, we're so good. Oh my god. I don't know how to answer this one.
Do you believe in love at first sight? I think I do for other people, but I'm not entirely sure if I do believe it for myself.
Yes. I think it's such a fantastical idea that you can see a person and instantly go, I love them.
My parents met in a nightclub. My dad, being the smooth talker he is, got my mum's number. He didn't call her for 3 weeks because he was on a surfing trip. When they finally did meet up again though, Mum was involved with another man, but she decided to date Dad as well. To me, this means that true love will find you anywhere.
How do you break the ice when you're attracted to somebody?
Buy them expensive drinks. There is regret in this sentence.
I think talk to them is a big thing because they're not going to know if you're interested unless you make an effort.
Oh, you have to play the eyebrow game first.
Maybe a bit of eye contact.
Eye contact is a huge thing. You have to let someone know you're interested through physical stuff before you can actually engage on a conversational level.
People who interest me, like, on instant connections, because like I just find them so intriguing and want to learn more about them and who they are. When I feel a connection with someone, I maybe always want to be around them, or always want to talk to them more, or find them really interesting, so want to be more in their company. And yeah,
I really resonate with you saying you want to spend more time with them, because I feel that's the strongest response to an instant connection or to any connection. It's like you want to immerse yourself in them.
Yeah.
I think falling in love with someone is two-sided. It's scary, and it's also so beautiful. It's scary because you have no control over the emotion of falling for someone and thinking or doubting whether the other person feels the same way or not. It's scary to allow myself to be completely vulnerable and to break down my barriers or walls and just trust that I know them well enough to open up and possibly make a fool of myself. However, there is a beauty in being completely vulnerable and open to falling in love. It's beautiful in how unexpectedly it can appear and how someone can go from being a stranger to one of the most important people in your life.
So I have this friend, and him and his significant other are in an open relationship. And for them it means that they are in a relationship together, the two of them, and they are in love, but within that they can pursue other things and are open to other things.
So how does that work for them on a regular basis? 'Cause for me, it'd be quite hard to split up time so everyone feels equal.
It's not about having multiple equal partners. It's about having one equal partner and then perhaps having multiple flings or just dating or even sleeping with other people. It's a kind of umbrella term that can be employed to convey that, that love or attraction isn't linear and that it sits on a spectrum, and that there is lots of different ways that people express physical attraction or even love.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
Based on people you know and stories that you've heard about open relationships, do you guys feel like you could enter into an open relationship?
Like, if I wanted to enter into an open relationship, I would have to speak to my other part and make sure that we both had an understanding of what we can and can't do within the relationship.
I feel as though I could, because it's not a lack of love, in my opinion, but it's different for everyone. I feel as though you could still give that person all that they needed, and there might be something else that they can't give you, and that's not a bad thing.
I personally feel like I couldn't enter into an open relationship because I would be so emotionally invested into my partner that I couldn't see myself being with anyone else.
Do you guys think that open relationships are almost a selfish thing to do? Like, because
Absolutely.
it's you needing more, maybe.
Most successful relationships are the ones where both parties establish what is needed for both of them. So if that's needing to see other people sexually, and they both need that, or maybe one can compensate because one needs to see more people sexually, then I don't think that's selfish.
What is polyamory?
Polyamory is, poly means many and amory means love. So it's to be in love with many different people and to have feelings of love for many different people.
Well, in saying that, we all have feelings for we all have love for many different people.
Specifically romantic love.
Romantic love.
There's a sexual love from multiple people.
I feel like there would be a difference between polyamory and open relationships because, like we were saying, in an open relationship you generally have strong connections and love for that one particular partner, and then the other people that you're seeing can purely just be physical and sexual.
Exactly.
I read somewhere that people can be born non-monogamous. So it's just the way you are. You don't get tied down to one person.
Wow. I think the main thing is good communications. You need to be able to communicate with your partner.
I'm not sure. I know what I think love is, but I'm not entirely sure what love is. So, when I was in school, I was pretty sure I was in love with someone, and I didn't tell them for a long time because of the fear of them not loving me back. And when I finally did tell them, they didn't love me back. And that was my first experience with love. And it was hard.
I feel like there's nothing easy about love.
very difficult. I feel as though it's quite... For me, love is forgiving, and it's quite hard to forgive someone and stay with them. You would need to love the person very much to stay in a relationship for a long amount of time. That's what's hard about it, I feel. To make it work, you have to forgive, and forgiving's quite hard.
Finding that mutual amount of love and putting yourself into that vulnerable state where you're just kind of putting yourself on the line and you're opening yourself up completely to whatever it is, and you have to trust that it's okay to do that.
Love definitely has its ups and downs. It is a beautiful thing, and you go through a honeymoon stage, but that honeymoon stage dies off. Love then does become hard work, and it is work to stay together.
I think there becomes a point in a relationship where you have to decide if you're doing it because like it's a routine and that's all you've ever known, or if it's actually making you happy, or if that person is still making you happy.
the best thing about love is having someone who's there for you and who understands and who respects you. So having like another half.
I notice I find beauty in everything else, and it just makes the rest of my life a lot happier. Yeah.
That's so sentimental right there. That's like on the back of a cornflakes packet.
I know, but it's true. It just makes everything much better.
I think love is good. I think love is hard, but love is good. I think it's when he walks through the door and my whole face lights up. I think it's that one moment when we were both there, waiting in anticipation to see who will say it first. Butterflies in my stomach, waiting for the 3 words everyone wants to hear. I've seen my parents' love fall apart, and that scares me. But I mean, why not just trust? Let go, and jump in.
Right now, I'm fine with the fact that I'm single. Like, if you'd asked me maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't a fan of the fact that I was single, especially because heaps of the people in my house, like my flatmates, 2 out of the 3 that lived with me were in relationships, and they were always off doing something with their significant other, and I was home alone, and I'm kind of like, it's a Friday night and I'm here eating ice cream. I'm the biggest cliche of my life. I need to go find someone. But then after a while of like thinking that I have to be in a relationship, you need to find someone to be in a relationship with, it was exhausting. So I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Just push aside. Just be comfortable where you are.
That kind of like pressure is interesting, hey?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's just because like it's in your face or it's like other people expect you maybe to be in a relationship.
Yeah, especially from my family, because I'm an only child. I'm the main focus of my parents, and I'm at that age and I'm at that stage of my life where I should
and they
be in a
ask,
relationship,
yeah.
and they're always asking about it. But my mum's always asking about grandchildren, and I'm like, Mum, calm down. And like it takes time.
I don't really think about it. I'm not like, oh, I wish I was in a relationship or anything like that.
Some of me was wondering if I was missing out on some things. So I think for me it was a lot of like my self-pressure of wanting to be in a relationship and then kind of like looking for it and almost to the point of like judging some people like immediate when you're meeting them of like, would I date you? And it's
Yes.
like, it was actually to the point where I was like, I need to not think about it, but it was really hard to not want something that you want so badly. And so it was really challenging for me to go through that journey of kind of wanting it to really wanting it to the point of feeling like I was missing out on something, to the point of trying to figure out myself a little bit more and focusing more on who I was in that sense, in a relationship sense. There's times where you want that relationship so badly, and then there's other times where you're like, I'm so glad I'm single.
Yeah.
When you're single, you can just go and do something, and you don't have to be worried about, is this person going to be okay with me doing this, or
Or even just little things like being able to choose what food you eat. Like if the other person has an allergy, say goodbye to nuts forever.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fundamental to us as people to want another person.
Because it's like survival as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it like that.
I think it's so entwined in like our society as well. Like
happiness.
Like happiness can only be found
with another person.
Another person.
My family, when they ask about it, they're confused by the fact that I'm so relaxed about the idea of being single. And it's also a lot about like, who am I going to pass down my heirlooms to? Carry on the family name. There's all this pressure, like especially on women with our biological clocks and like pushing out a baby.
I have never ever thought about that. It's probably just like the way I've been brought up, but because I haven't been around that myself, I don't really find myself wanting that. Like, okay, like find someone, a partner, but not necessarily get married. I don't know about children. I don't know. I'm 19. I don't think about that. I don't feel that pressure for like thinking that far ahead.
I mean, I find love so hard to talk about because it's this feeling that I don't know how to describe, and I don't know if I don't know if I've felt the kind of love that everyone else feels. Like I feel myself, I feel like I'm in love, and then it could be completely different to what other people feel and what they perceive as love. And I like to show love, I guess, differently. I mean, like I show love to my family by being here every day and coming to school, and then I show love through laughter and happiness, whereas I don't know if other people are the same, and I don't care. Like, it's myself and how I like to be. Yeah.